We're in Denver, Colorado at the University of Denver Soccer Stadium where Colorado Rapids 2 hosts North Texas SC, where Colorado looks to escape a 5-game skid without a win, and North Texas look to remain as the only team in the West without a loss. Hello and welcome, I'm Ryan Lee. So happy to be joining you here this afternoon. But we have two teams who are very much in two very different trajectories. Colorado Rapids 2, 1-3-1. Only that one win was their opener, and they haven't gotten back in the win column since. North Texas, they haven't had a loss since starting the season back in mid-March. As we take a look throughout the table in the Western Conference, we can see that North Texas is just above that 8th place line. They sit at 7th currently with 8 points on the table. In Colorado Rapids, because they haven't really been able to get those games, either 2 PKs or able to get into the win column, they currently sit at the second to lowest point total in the Western Conference in 12th place, only behind Minnesota and Houston Dynamo in the bottom of the West. They, however, look to change their fortunes and potentially climb up by earning themselves a win this afternoon in Denver. As we take a look at the starting 11s for either side, Colorado Rapids 2, they're going with a whole lot of changes as they've had 6 recalls from their first team from the Colorado Rapids main team. One of the big changes is going to be Adam Beaudry going to be stepping in for Ethan Bandry, who comes off of the Nets. He's going to take a seat on the bench for now. We also have a lot of other changes as well. Marlon Vargas, who currently leads the team in goals, he goes from the wing. He takes his place in the center. And one of the big additions that's really going to help this Colorado team going forward is the addition of Darren Yappy in that front 3, as Alec Diaz takes a spot on the bench for this afternoon's match against North Texas SC. They look to really try to push things upward, as Eric Boucher really wants to turn his fortunes around. However, for head coach John Gall, the formula is very simple. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. 10 of 11 returning starters from their match versus Tacoma, they stick with that 3-4-3 formation that Coach Gall really enjoys. He said he really likes having those guys in the midfield play in both the offensive and on the defensive side of things. The only main change here is Nico Gordon steps in on that right back slot, where Turner Humphrey, he takes a spot as a substitute for this afternoon's match. As we take a look at the opening team huddles, Colorado Rapids 2 will be in the grays, starting things off from right to left, while North Texas SC in the all whites, going from left to right. Head official on the red is Ryan Farrell, alongside with Justin Fillmore and Mark Novosel as the assistant referees, and our fourth official will be Joshua Belzer, keeping things in check in this afternoon matchup between Colorado Rapids 2 and North Texas SC. We're underway here in the Mile High City as Colorado look to take the early possession. Head coach Aaron Boucher, last year's coach of the year in MLS Next Pro, really having a successful run last year. However, it's been a little bit of turn of fortunes ever since the 2024 season has commenced. However, we mentioned in the open 1-3-1 to start things off. They had one win, that was against St. Louis City 2, and a 2-1 win. And ever since then, they've been unable to find the W column as they try to get the deflection on goal. Rebound up in front gets blocked. And another chance for Colorado as the first touch of the ball comes from Michael Kalauti. First save of the game, first shot of the match, 1 minute in. And for Colorado Rapids, that's the plan. Go Rapid! As another rebound up in front, that left footer attempt from Wayne Frederick was taken on goal from Kalauti. Frederick, one of the 6 first-team call-ups from the first squad from Colorado Rapids. We mentioned Darren Yappy was another one of those first-team call-ups. Jasper Luffelsend also in the midfield alongside Frederick from the first team as well. And 3 of the back 4 for Colorado Rapids 2, all first-team call-ups if you include their goaltender for today's match, Adam Beaudry. You also have Nathaniel Jones, Michael Edwards, and Sebastian Anderson all taking that back line as well. But right now, North Texas's back line is struggling to escape their own end. Centered up in front, a hesitation move, shot goes, but that one was just wide off of the foot of Facundo Nunez. The first year Colorado Rapids forward was just all alone at the top of the box, able to create space, and he just let that shot fly as a sliding Nico Gordon just barely avoided what could have been a potential disaster if that one inadvertently or not hit Gordon in the hand. That could have been a PK only 2 minutes in, as the back pass for Kalauti finally comes up and into the bench area. A quick chip up, cannot quite find anyone available. So it's just going to be turned all the way around for Isaiah Parker. And a quick trip up inside of the North Texas box produces a whistle. North Texas rolling with some momentum. We talked about that in the open. 1-0-3 to start things off. They start off their season with 3 consecutive draws versus Vancouver Whitecaps, St. Louis City 2, and the Town FC. But however, it was a losing battle right there as the whistle comes in favor of Colorado. After those 3 consecutive draws, they hosted Tacoma Defiance back in Arlington, where they got their first win of the season by a score of 2-1. And it gave their head coach John Gall his first win as a full-time head coach after taking over as an interim back in July. Colorado continued to advance. Splits it out wide. A quick chip into the box. A deflection couldn't quite hit it on Darren Yappy, so it just hits the back line and provides a goal kick for North Texas. Facundo Nunez had that scoring opportunity earlier, wanted to set up his fellow teammate Darren Yappy. But Yappy couldn't get the touch on it to settle the ball down, but Colorado back on it anyways. 4 minutes in, it really looks like the Rapids have been dominating play so far as it comes all the way from the back line. A quick touch up, kept in play by Alvarado, but now a turnover provides an opportunity for North Texas. Here comes Endley. Endley centers as a quick touch up gets cleared by Colorado. Korcha, he's getting pestered as the pass up in front for Nolan Norris initially gets tackled away, but North Texas able to recollect. Colorado bringing the pressure. Can North Texas eventually break through this tight-knit defense from Colorado? Herbert Endley just retreats this one back to try to relieve some of that early pressure from Colorado. When we had the opportunity to talk to Colorado Rapids head coach Aaron Boucher, he was just talking about how sometimes when you've had the success that they've had in recent seasons, such as being a regular season champ of 2023, that sometimes it has being evaluated in numerous ways, at least in terms of success, that sometimes when you have success on your lineup, you get first team call-ups as they try to get some damage done here. Centering feed gets blocked up in front before it gets chipped up and out by Korcha. Quick touch-up comes to center. Anthony Ramirez. Ramirez, the intended pass, becomes a throw-in for the Rapids. And now Yappy, he gets tangled up and earns the whistle. Back to Eric Boucher, he was talking about how with success comes a lot of changes, how a lot of players get called into the first team and performing with the first team, whether it's as a substitute or even in the starting 11 for the Colorado Rapids A team, and how that type of success is something that you want to replicate, but you cannot hold on to anything. You have to create something new with new scenarios, as Colorado looks to create something here, but it's going to be poked away by North Texas's defensive line. Stripped the other way, Frederick, service in the box, blocked away. Can't quite get it out is Norris. Norris sends it up for Tariq Scott, and North Texas finally earned themselves a whistle. End-to-end pass comes right to the feet of Herbert Endley. Endley with some running room, tries to drill it up the middle. He was looking for Scott, but it comes back to center for Endley. Out wide, dropped off, Solly. North Texas continuing to advance again, but just a little bit too far out of the reach of the intended target, Enes Solly. First 9 minutes into the match, North Texas have not really had their opportunity in the Colorado end. However, Colorado have been able to make some stuff work in the North Texas end as they look to do the same right here. Facundo Nunez getting watched by Herbert Endley. Back to center. Goes Colorado. Edwards. Chipped up ahead, too far. So coming out of his box will be Cloudy. Michael Cloudy stopped 5 of 6 in that 2-1 win versus Tacoma last week. As he sends this one up, away, and out of play. Quick throw and gets bobbled. North Texas takes it back the other way. Anthony Ramirez. He waits for reinforcements, chops it off. Scott couldn't quite get the nutmeg he wanted off of his intended target, Alvarado, but a strip back the other way as well. Endley, service into the box. Just a little bit too far for Malik Scott. Rapids looking for the open space. Near side it goes, Miguel Alvarado. Nice ball up in front for Facundo Nunez. Nunez, he's been so active this first half. He makes a little juke there. Nunez centering, shoots, and that one gets blocked up in front by a sliding defender. North Texas have to clear, however, to try to dissipate some of the damage, and that one comes out wide for Isaiah Parker. Colorado back on it again. Wayne Fredericks. Fredericks high, wanted Yappy. Second chance comes, back to the top of the box. Nunez. Nunez drives, blocked up in front, a nice defensive foot out by Norris. As it comes to the boundary, Parker settles it down. And that one just gets chipped up and towards center. Jasper Lofelsend brings this one all the way back. Edwards. Anderson. As Anderson's opportunity was just a little bit off of what he intended to do. So Michael Cloudy will just gladly hang on to this one. Back for Cloudy. Says goodbye to that one. And now a foot raise, but the boundary will end the race as the ball crossed that finish line yet. This part of the match is brought to you by UC Health. With personalized care in locations across Colorado, UC Health is here for you. No matter where your story takes you, UC Health, live extraordinary. Colorado tries to be extraordinary with their play as they continue to advance upward. However, North Texas able to disrupt in transition the other way. A quick counter as the pass gets elevated. Solly getting eyed by Anderson, but cannot go much further as Frederick gets a touch up. Nunez wanted Yappy, but it was well off target. So Amit Korcha just retreats it back for Cloudy. As he sends that one towards the boundary line, took a deflection off of a Rapids player. First dozen minutes so far. North Texas, their opportunities have really been coming off of those long streaking balls, essentially trying to win foot races and trying to essentially just outrace Colorado. And Colorado looks like they've been just passing their way up the field, just being able to find the open man at the right opportunity, find a guy who has space and just let them go to work a little bit. As it comes all the way back for Cloudy again. Pass disrupted. Rapids take over. Attempting to make a couple of finesse moves, but it just turns into a whistle down after Frederick gets tripped up. Edwards and Jones going back and forth before it's a quick drive up field, and now an opportunity for Rapids. North Texas steals this one away, however. Tariq Scott gets the strip and an opportunity for Rapids. Just going end to end, and a turnover for North Texas. They want to try to make something go. They haven't had a lot of opportunities here, so it's a quick through ball. One-on-one before it comes out of his box is Adam Boudry. That's the first time Adam Boudry has had to touch up on the ball so far. Just wanted that through ball from Solly. He had Malik Scott into the box, but Adam Boudry has been able to get out of his box, get the touch up. Now North Texas want to make something out of the opportunity they've been given. Solly gets whistled down, and the first yellow card in the books goes against Colorado. But the great equalizer in any soccer match simply comes down to set piece. So Jasper Lofelsen is the one who gets booked for the first time. This quick set piece, service into the box. Easily snagged down by Adam Boudry. Quick transition, one man all alone. However, a quick retrieval provides an opportunity for Rapids. End to end they go. A stutter step, centering up in front. Another opportunity goes for the through ball. Can it get saved off the end line? No, it cannot. Too far for Sebastian Anderson. Dangerous goal kick right there from North Texas, and a strip the other way. Alvarado. Edwards advances upward, but the foul comes against North Texas as a takedown from Isaiah Parker draws the whistle. Another whistle against Colorado. As Eric Boucher was just talking about how he's been able to work with some of these guys. He just kind of preached the concept of patience, especially understanding what these guys are here for on Colorado Rapids 2, essentially noting that he's trying to build these guys into the maximum potential that they can be. Despite being a Next Pro team, they want to build these guys into being ready for the first team and having their opportunities in higher levels across the MLS and beyond. And can somebody maximize here with a set piece for Colorado? Set piece for Colorado. Chipped into the box, headed away. A second opportunity as Colorado still has possession. Nunez. Another chip outside of the box, headed down. Yappy gets tangled up. And North Texas racing ahead the other way. Solly gets that one deflected away. The defensive structures have really been the one holding strong for both of these two sides. With North Texas with that, is really trying to clog things up, trying to take on their guys one-on-one, as Nunez sends this one to his open target. Vargas from deep! He's just a little bit off the mark. Marlon Vargas, he's played all 5 matches, all 90 minutes of each match. Just sends that one in. A little bit out of the reach of Michael Colautti. He leads the team in goals, Marlon Vargas. He wears the captain's armband. They count on him so many times. He really went for the opportunity there from that center midfield position. And Rapids 2 almost undoubtedly have been the ones dominating play. 6 shot attempts, only 1 on net, however, but it's just the idea of taking those shots. It's just the idea of threatening the goalie, making Michael Colautti kind of have to think a little bit, maybe get a little hesitant, or even get a little active like we saw in that Vargas shot where it was just a diving attempt, even though it didn't go on net. Just the idea, knowing that these guys are going to try to take their swings at it. Colorado trying to get out of their own end, and now a turnover comes for Tariq Scott. Scott! He gets dragged down! That one just comes off the end line. First corner kick comes for North Texas. As Tariq Scott just absolutely trying to drive the net, gets dragged down by Adam Beaudry. Nathaniel Jones was a part of that tackle as well. North Texas trying to argue the penalty, but nonetheless they earn a corner, first of the match. High ball, headed down. Loose ball, no one has it before it gets sent away by Noah Strelnauer. Carl Sainty going back and forth with Parker. Sainty comes all the way back for that one before he sends it away for Colautti. See a lot of possession ball going for North Texas, really trying to just send the ball back for the back line, but Colorado Rapids have been defending that so well, just getting in the face of those defenders. North Texas is playing with 3 of them, so there's not a whole lot of men in the back, as the turnover from Yappy gets whistled down by the head official. Comes out wide. Tariq Scott chips this one up ahead. Endely, service into the box. blocked, up, out. Corner kick number 2 for North Texas. Second corner kick of the match, both of them going in favor of North Texas SC.
I was running a bit late, so I jumped on the line.
They've got Anthony Ramirez on the near side, just off of the corner flag. As the service comes for Sali, dumps off short Ramirez. Endeli, his shot gets blocked, but back for Sali, still in the possession of North Texas. Chip up high, far side. 1v2 for North Texas. They still have possession in the Colorado end. Long range shot goes well over the wall and out. The Rapids, too, are off next week, but don't miss their next game on May 3rd at 10 p.m. Eastern, when the reigning champions, Austin FC 2, pay a visit to the Mile High City. Coverage from the University of Denver begins at 10 p.m. Eastern on MLSNextPro.com. Quick header up in front, rebound in front comes for Endeli. However, it gets deflected before it comes out of the box. Colorado Rapids 2. Regular season champions of 2023 versus the MLS Next Pro champions of 2023. It's got to be an interesting one tomorrow, especially with West Coast timing. North Texas back with it in their own end. This part of the match is brought to you by King Soopers, hometown grocer, hometown team. Colorado wanting to advance. North Texas, however, is all over that one. Carl Sainty coming off of the home match versus FC Dallas. There's a substitution in that MLS match. An 89th minute substitution, but he still made his contributions in that game between Colorado and Dallas, as that play comes out and whistled down in favor of the Rapids. Colorado Rapids took a 2-1 win against FC Dallas yesterday in the MLS side. How will this next pro match turn out? Comes towards the end line. Goal kick in favor of North Texas. "27 minutes deep, 28 approaching. Only one yellow card to speak of in this match. 8 shots attempted by the two sides, only 1 from North Texas. 7 shots were swung at by Colorado, but only 2 of them have been on target. The one North Texas shot was well off frame. Scott Norris drives it up ahead, but could not get the touch up for Sali. And now Sebastian Anderson retreats this one all the way back for Baudry.
I think they lost all of their games, which is very frustrating. Planning to go stay out there and go
Pops this one up in the air as it comes back to the near side. Alvarado Alvarado starting in his first match of the season in his third appearance for the 16-year-old. Comes back to the far side, gets banked off of Parker, still in play. Anderson and Parker square off, and now it's an opportunity for North Texas. Nice foot out to get the block up in front from Michael Edwards. And a play up ahead for the Rapids, just a little bit wide of the pass. The question for these two teams is how will things go? With North Texas, they've only scored 4 goals in 4 games played. That's within the bottom 5 of MLS Next Pro, but on the flip side, they also allowed the fewest goals as well. They've only allowed 3 in 4 games, which is undoubtedly the lowest mark so far, so they know how to keep the ball out of the net. However, they also struggle to get the ball in the other team's net. Colorado, however, middle of the pack in terms of goals scored, but they try to get something to go here as Lefferson drives, blocked up in front. Is that sent away by North Texas? And a foot race comes, a collision at center. Edwards dragged down, but the second chance from Nathaniel Jones ends any threat that Malik and Tariq Scott can potentially provide. Completely unrelated, by the way, Malik Scott and Tariq Scott, but they've been forwarding that line together. Quick send, header out. Throw in for Colorado. A substitution very early in the match, only 30 minutes in. So Dauda Amadou comes into the match, and exiting in his place is going to be Jesper Luffelsen. They're trying to get that yellow card he took early in the 16th minute off of the pitch in favor of Dauda Amadou, the 21-year-old from Cameroon, leads the team in assists. Comes off of the end line, and a goal kick for North Texas. They're letting things wait out for Amadou to enter the pitch because Luffelsen, with the new substitution rules, took longer than the allotted 10 seconds to get off of the pitch. It's one of those new rules to try to keep the game going, to try to speed up the pace of play, essentially, and also for sportsmanship reasons. You don't want to have any of the substitutions or essentially anything within the realm of play take too long. And also, especially there's some special rules with that substitution and exiting the pitch with injuries as well. That's essentially to benefit the player, because if they're on the ground for too long or if they stay out, probably when they shouldn't, could potentially draw larger health risks as a whole. And for substitutions, it's just maintaining the pace of play. There goes Dauda Amadou. He's strutting that center line. The set piece comes for Colorado. 33 minutes. No score between Rapids 2 and North Texas SC. Nathaniel Jones. Herbert Endley, he slips up and provides Rapids with a throw-in. We've got another Texas Derby for you next week when North Texas hosts the Houston Dynamo Dos at Cachao Stadium on April 28th. Coverage begins at 8:30 Eastern, only on MLSNextPro.com. Houston Dynamo, one of the few teams in the Western Conference who have yet to earn themselves a win. They're one of 2 teams to be winless so far in the season. Houston Dynamo 2, along with Minnesota United FC 2. We'll see if North Texas can capitalize as they get possession back. North Texas chips this one up. And a big bang right at center. Play on, says the referee. It's Malik Scott and Wayne Frederick who bump Jones. 10 minutes to the half. This part of the match is brought to you by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, let's go places. Colorado's looking to go some places as they continue to advance upward. And a whistle gets drawn against North Texas. Colorado takes over on the set piece. 10 minutes to go in the half plus stoppage. Colorado and North Texas a combined 2 shots on goal, both in favor of Colorado. A quick chip up, a little bit too far for the intended target, Schulnower. Schulnower with the strip on Parker, sent into the box, wants Yappy, and it's punched out by Kalaudy. And out of play. Yappy and Kalaudy were squaring off right in front of the box, and Kalaudy goes quick. This is what North Texas have been trying to do. They've been trying to get upfield as quickly as possible as it comes for Herbert Endely. Long chip up far side, Inisali. Sali, long range. He's well wide. A quick look at that last opportunity from Schulnower and Yappy. Wanted Yappy, and Darren Yappy's just been a threat inside of the box. Is one of the reasons why he's been a constant call-up for Colorado Rapids on their A squad, and why they've been able to continuously rely on him game in and game out. As the foul comes against Colorado, North Texas will take over. And North Texas head coach John Gall, he's been doing a lot of really good things since taking over in his first season as the full-time head coach. And he really talked about how a lot of these games, he mentioned how competitive they are and how much the team demands from themselves. They're really pushing for those results, and how sometimes we mentioned their struggles to score goals early on in the season. He essentially chalked that up to sometimes the chances at the beginning of the season, they're just kind of those beginning of the season woes. But if you take those same chances, translate them later on in the year, they can hit the back of the net. If you just kind of just comes with repetition, comes with pace, comes with confidence as time goes on. That was a little bit of a 1v1 battle. Comes out of play as Ramirez was unable to keep that one in play. Substitute Amadou drops this one off. Alex for the near side, Nunez. Nunez chips it up high, headed, just wide of the net. Darren Yappy elevates, but heads it out of play. Nunez, he's just been serving this one into the box. He's been looking for Darren Yappy all match. However, it was just a little bit off target. That's another shot attempt in favor of the Colorado Rapids. Colorado coming back. Just going back and forth between Jones, Edwards, and Anderson before they advance upward. Now they go for the long drive for Schellnauer. A little bit out of his reach, so North Texas takes over. 5 minutes in the half in a scoreless match. Zero chance of any sort of precipitation. Minimal wind to speak of in a 61-degree day in the Mile High City. A quick tumble and a spinorama from Herbert. Endley, he keeps going. Endley wants to cut inside, but he gets cut off by a swarm of Rapids players. Out of play off of Nico Gordon, throw in Colorado. Long drive, out of reach for Nunez. Sainty centers for Korshaw. Splits it out wide again for Carl Sainty. North Texas just going back and forth along the back line. This just comes all the way back from Michael Cloudy. Just a little bit too high for the head of Enos Solly. A little bit tough for Solly to get a ball like that when he's only 5'5" for the 18-year-old Canadian. So Colorado comes back once again. Nice little move from Alvarado, but it draws a foul and a booking against Colorado. A booking against North Texas, pardon, on the draw from Colorado. It appears to be Herbert Endley who was on the other end of that scrap versus Nunez. Herbert Endley on the yellow, that's one per side. However, Lofel sends his yellow card is currently taking a squat with a penny on. As Colorado gets a set piece deep in the North Texas end. 42 minutes. Can the Rapids break the ice? Sent into the box, header, out. It's a foot race. Yappy's gonna go, but it just barely hits the touch line as Colorado will take the throw. Send it to the box, just boxing out their man as it's a long drive, and it's kind of just been North Texas. The way that they've been playing so far, it's almost like the second that they get any sort of pressure, they're almost just dumping it away. And Colorado have really been maximizing by taking the opportunities, by having those long drives turn into possession opportunities. As it's driven in. Frederick dumped out wide, and Schellnauer, he gets beaten out by Cloudy. Norris. He's got Herbert Endley. And North Texas's back line, they continue to hold, but they've been struggling to kind of get upfield. Norris, he gets dragged down as the outlap pass comes for Herbert Endely. Dumps off Solly. Solly getting shadowed. He sends that one back. Norris drives that one well overhead. Final 20 seconds of the first half plus stoppage. Scoreless match, Colorado Rapids 2, North Texas SC. As we count down the last 5 seconds of the half, add on maybe only 60 more. Strip on the ball, Nico Gordon. Norris looking for an escape route, and it comes in the form of the whistle from the official Ryan Farrell. Carl Sainty touches this one up. North Texas looked to create an opportunity, but it just barely skims out of play for a Colorado throw. Colorado Rapids credited with 4 blocked shots throughout the first half. Really showed the defensive prowess that they've been lacking, as we mentioned earlier, how North Texas have been really being able to keep the ball out of their end. Colorado has done the exact same, as neither team have been able to beat the keepers. It's 0-0 at the half. Colorado Rapids 2 hosting North Texas SC. Neither team have broken through. As we go through our halftime at Dick's Sporting Goods Park in Denver, Colorado. Scoreless at halftime.
Messi! La pelota para que It's contact and a shot. ¡Mamita querida, qué golazo! Magnifique frappe. Really sweet. Ahí está el centro. Gol. Maxi Mesa para pegarle. Maxi le pegó. Huerta. Andrete. Servicio. Con autoridad el centro. A la izquierda en las afueras del área le pega. ¡Golazo! Amor al gol. Parte externa, va a definir Chicho.
Our score at the half is 0-0 as we have a very eventful match coming up, and with 3 hat tricks, including one in just 8 minutes of action, that headline our look back on match week 5. Michelle Montaigne brings us the MLS Next Pro report.
It's going to be a chance for Carrizo! You'll learn!
It's Tucker, and he has his first goal.
Last week we told you good things were coming in threes. Well, episode 3 of The Report has us circling back to that idea. This week we're coming to you from the New York Red Bulls training facility following a historic and record-breaking match week 5. For the first time in MLS Next Pro history, there were 3 hat-trick performances in the same match week. Chattanooga FC's Jalen James notched the first of the weekend, becoming just the 5th MLS Next Pro player to net 3 in the first half of play. Afterward, he explained the feeling of his history-making hat trick.
Rod took a chance on me, and I'm thankful for it. And I'm glad that, I could help my team win by scoring the 3 goals.
While James had the first of the match day, Osorio had the fastest. And not just of this season, Harold Osorio scored the fastest hat trick in MLS Next Pro history, recording all 3 goals in the span of 8 minutes. He scored 2 in a row in stoppage time in the first half versus Red Bulls 2, then followed that up with his 3rd in the 50th minute of play. So to put it plainly, his 8 goals in 3 minutes is the equivalent to him scoring a goal every 2.5-ish minutes, which is insane. For a little more context on that, some other things that take 8 minutes, well, if you're the average fit person, you could run a mile. If you're Joey Chestnut, you could eat 54 hot dogs. If you're the average domestic human, like me, you could maybe hard-boil an egg. And if you're the speed of light, you could get from here on Earth to the sun, but you'd still be 19 seconds short in 8 minutes. So, safe to say, a very impressive performance by Osorio, but he was not to be outdone by a guy on the very same pitch, just on the opposite team. Roald Mitchell one-upped Osorio, scoring 4 goals in the match and notching all of them also in just the first half. Let's take a look at the player of the match day's performance now by the numbers. He became just the 4th player in MLS Next Pro history to record a 4-goal game. That brings his total number of goals scored this season to 8, becoming the fastest player to 8 goals to start a season in MLS Next Pro. That also means he's scoring an average number of 1 goal for every 45 minutes. But his performance so far in the season, according to head coach Ibrahim Sagaya, comes as no surprise to him.
No, Mitchell, each game is getting better. I think this is a player which had a lot of qualities. He hasn't been there, but you can see it. Each game is getting better. It's bad now he gets injured, but this is a player which has a lot of future.
Apparently also deserving of that type of feat are the 4 other players who have scored 4 goals in a single match. SKC2's Raouf Salifu was the first to ever do it in the league. NYC2's John Dennis achieved the milestone just 1 week later. And former MLS Next Pro MVP and Cup champion Jason Russell Rowe notched 4 against in-state rival FC Cincinnati 2. Mitchell became the first to do it since September of 2022. And while those were impressive individual performances, this match week saw some historic team outputs as well. Jalen James scored 3 of Chattanooga's 6 over Inter Miami 2. Jonathan Jimenez scored a brace for NYCFC 2, who also put up 6 total over Revs 2. We mentioned the 2 stars of Red Bulls 2 and Fire 2, who helped each of their teams to 5 goals apiece in regulation. And rounding out the offensive firepower was Union 2, putting up 5 while allowing none in their match against Atlanta United 2. Now, those types of performances certainly made some waves when it comes to the latest power rankings, and there were some big shakeups towards the top, so be sure to check out the full list on our website of power rankings at MLSNextPro.com. So as you saw this week, these cleats were made for scoring. The report has you covered on all of those goals and all of the action across all of our MLS Next Pro outlets. That does it for this week. We'll see you next time from America's Heartland.
Our first half highlights and stats are next, but first, we'll take a quick step aside and take a quick break.
All right, MLS store, I need something fresh and clean. Let's see what you got. I need that in my size. Cream on cream? The fit is cold. I'm ice cream. You like that?
Cúbete, vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete, más loco como solo tú lo sabes, así es, pon las manos en la cabeza, cúbete, cúbete, sacúdete, sacúdete, mira, sacúdete.
Really sweet. Ahí está el centro. Gol. Maxi Mesa para pegarle. Maxi le pegó. Puerta. Al frente. Servicio. It's saved by Carlos Corner. Con autoridad el centro. A la izquierda en las afueras del área. Le pega. Golazo. Externa va a definir Chicho.
Back here once again in Denver, Colorado at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. We are in a 0-0 match at halftime, but that's not to say there hasn't been a lot happening as we take a look at the halftime highlights throughout 45 minutes here in the Mile High City between the Colorado Rapids 2 and North Texas SC. And this has really just been what Colorado Rapids has been able to do so far in the first half. As a quick dump off was service into the box. Facundo Nunez tried to relay that one back for Yappy. And then a second try opportunity was off of the foot of Wayne Frederick. That one was well out of play. And then Nunez, he's really been the one distributing so far in the first half. He's trying to shimmy and shake his way for a centering feed. And that pass from Noah Strellwater was blocked up in front by a sliding defender for North Texas, but this was really North Texas's first opportunity as a quick streak upward for Malik Henry Scott was stopped by Adam Beaudry coming out of his box. That's really North Texas's only true scoring opportunity they've had so far. And Nunez making some magic work as he just sends that one off, and the long range opportunity comes right there off of the foot for Marlon Vargas. He sends that shot wide. Another opportunity comes from the first teamer, Darren Yappy. He tried to elevate but couldn't get the touchdown. And one more try from Nunez to Yappy, but this time Yappy does get the touch on it in front of Michael Kalauti. He just was wide on that one. 8 total shots for Colorado, 2 for North Texas. However, none have been able to hit the back of the net. We'll go to another break as we take a look at what is upcoming throughout MLS Next Pro.
Vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete, más loco como solo tú lo sabes, así es, pon las manos en la cabeza, cúbete, sacúdete, mira, sacúdete.
Messi. La pelota para que really sweet. Ahí está el centro. Gol. Maxi Mesa para pegarle. Maxi le pegó. Puerta al frente.
We are back here once again at Dick's Sporting Goods Park in the Mile High City, where Colorado Rapids 2 and North Texas SC, nothing but circles on the scoreboard between these two sides, as it is not quite over for the match day, as there is still a lot happening around MLS Next Pro as we take a look at what is coming up for the remainder of the match week. We saw some action on Saturday. We saw some action on Friday as well. We saw that long shootout between Ventura County and SKC2 after that 1-1 draw where they really squared off. And match week 6 will conclude tomorrow at 7. Chicago Fire FC2. They take host to Carolina Core FC, who after that initial win from the US Open Cup, it looked like things were looking up for Carolina Core. However, they currently sit at the bottom of the Eastern Conference. They're looking for their first win in regular season play, are the Core, versus a Chicago Fire team who in 4 games they have a very similar record to North Texas SC, 1-0-3. They have yet to hit the loss column. Carolina Core has yet to hit the win column, so we'll see how the conclusion of match week 6 goes in that final matchup tomorrow evening as we take a look at some of the other matches around the league as well. Several clean sheets across the board between Orlando, St. Louis, and Chattanooga, all earning clean sheets across the board in that scoreless draw between TTFC and Austin. Carolina and North Texas retake the pitch as Colorado in the grays will take the second half from left to right. North Texas right to left, and the all whites in half number 2. Cloudy all the way up and out of play, favor of Colorado. When we talked about why things have not necessarily been going well in the eyes of Colorado Rapids 2 head coach Aaron Boucher, he was talking about how some things have been working well and some things just not necessarily clicking at any moment. He kind of praised his team's ability to get aggressive in the press and really build up the play throughout their passes, which is exactly what they've been doing throughout this game, throughout the entirety of it, to create some of that offensive pressure, really give Darren Yappy and Facundo Nunez that opportunity to really threaten deep in the North Texas end. And in terms of just building that confidence and able to go end to end, and despite the results, Coach Boucher said that he's actually thought that the transition attack has actually been able to improve. Dangerous in the box, no one able to clear. Another chance goes for Colorado. So a pair of subs for North Texas right at the halfway mark. Going into the second half, head coach John Gall wanted to switch things out. Pedrinho takes the pitch as Inesali comes out, and then Diego Garcia comes in favor of Anthony Ramirez. So a couple of subs for John Gall, looking to change things up. As Colorado plays this one back in their own end. They'll just serve this one all the way out before that one gets headed down and out of play. Nothing in the substitution book for Colorado. Nothing ever since the substitution of Dauda Amadou in favor of Jasper Lofelsend to essentially wipe off the yellow card that Lofelsend acquired. But another opportunity for Colorado as they get the throw in. Anderson just tosses that one all the way back as it makes its way around for Adam Beaudry. As it just comes off the line for Colorado, and John Gall, head coach for North Texas, in situations like this where things maybe not have necessarily been able to go the way that they want to, he just talks about trying to just, no matter what happens, don't take the situations they have for granted and taking care of business. In doing so, he basically said it's just to drive forward and keep pushing. They've really struggled to get those scoring opportunities throughout the first half. They only took 2 shot attempts, none hit the net. But even when things are going well, like they have in the last couple of games where they've yet to hit the loss column, they have to keep going onto the gas no matter what happens. But it's been so difficult to do so when Colorado's been doing nothing but providing speed bumps in North Texas's journey. And sometimes those speed bumps come in their own hands, as the shot for Pedrinho was just way over his head. A touch out of play for Colorado, so it provides a throw-in for North Texas. On goes the substitution, Diego Garcia, who touched that one down, as gets sent all the way back for Nico Gordon, who's a week away from his 22nd birthday for the first-year North Texas player from England. Gets the return pass. Letting that one fly was Endley, and it's Garcia. Chips this one in. Endley wanted to go, but another corner for North Texas. Colorado has yet to get one. And North Texas, this is their third. 5 minutes into the second half. Ryan Lee and our entire broadcast crew for MLS Next Pro on match day 6. You can see that swarm of bodies inside the 6. Quick talking to by the official along that near side post. You've got Michael Edwards and Amit Kortshaw jawing at each other. As the corner is incoming. High service, headed up and out from Pedrinho. The first opportunity for the substitution, just off of his 21st birthday. Tries to get the opportunity there off of the corner. He was able to evade his man for Pedrinho. As a strip comes, Pedrinho has it back. Looking for options. Pedrinho splits it out. Parker sends in front, but no deflection was made off of the back post. Adam Beaudry had a little bit of a sigh of relief right there as Pedrinho for Parker just gets sent across the goal line and gives Colorado the throw-in opportunity. High lob, headed down, still with possession, and a turnover comes for North Texas. Wide angle shot, last off of a deflection from a Colorado defender. Corner number 4 for North Texas SC. This is their second game on the road. That was a draw in St. Louis. Will we have another draw on the road for North Texas, or can they finally break through with a potential lead? Take 2 on the corner. Another high service. Headed down. Contact inside the box. No whistle. Pedrinho. He's getting eyed. Drops this one back. Sainty goes for the nets. And that one goes all the way back. The high lob was there, and I understand North Texas's point as the elevation was taken by, I believe that's Herbert Endley, who rose up. And there appeared to be a booking throughout that entire sequence as well. Goal kick comes for Colorado, however. And it looks like Sebastian Anderson is the one who will get booked. Second yellow for Colorado, but only one currently on the pitch. This part of the match is brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Dick's Sporting Goods Park, Denver, Colorado, MLS Next Pro matchup and weekday 6 between Colorado Rapids 2 and North Texas SC. North Texas 1-0-3 on the season. They started things off with a trio of draws before getting a win finally against the Tacoma Defiance last week in Colorado Rapids. It's actually the exact inverse of what North Texas has done. Started things off with a win at St. Louis 2. And then ever since then, it's been 4 losses and 1 draw. Chipped all the way up. Play disrupted. Ball just falls and just gets lifted up. But streaking comes North Texas. It comes Isaiah Parker out for Pedrinho. Pedrinho looking for some open space as he just drops it off for Norris. Parker. Parker, hesitation, feed in, blocked out, right back to Parker. Norris rises, and maybe a little bit too high on that one. Ball makes its way back for Adam Beaudry. If you include that draw versus LAFC 2 at the end of March, they have lost their last 5 straight. Colorado has as they go for goal. That one goes off of a head up in front, and a stoppage in play as one of the North Texas defenders who blocked that shot is down. As we take another look at the scoring opportunity, ball just falls right outside the box, and a huge leg just gets taken right to the dome. Still down on the ground. There's another shot attempt for Colorado. However, North Texas, they've been able to get 2 shot attempts in the second half so far. As the training crew continues to take a look at the player down on the pitch. Is this potentially an opportunity for John Gall to use up his 3rd substitution as Nolan Norris finally makes his way up. The 18-year-old in his 3rd season with North Texas, getting his 4th start in just as many matches in 2024. And this could potentially provide an opportunity for John Gall to reach a little bit further into his bench. And after all of that commotion off of the block by Nolan Norris, he will exit the match. Enter Turner Humphrey, 23-year-old in his 1st season with North Texas, who played some time in the NCAA with the Oregon State Beavers. I'd say of the Pac-12, but that no longer applies. The ball gets sent deep by Michael Cloudy. Sent away by Colorado. They want to stretch the field a little bit as a quick touch-up comes from Korsha. Just through the legs, but Endley races back for it. Colorado look to continue their build-up on attack. A hesitation goes, stopping Korsha on his tracks. Centering feed is right into the hands of Michael Cloudy. Cloudy's been so sharp in this 2024 season, in his 1st year with North Texas SC. He started all of the 4 matches for North Texas. We mentioned it earlier, 3 goals allowed in 4 games played, as Pedrinho is just getting pestered by that aggressive pressure. And a foul against North Texas and a little bit of a desperation move as Sebastian Anderson draws the whistle. Anderson comes all the way back for Beaudry. Chip up ahead, disrupted. Could not find the man all alone, Pedrinho, so it comes all the way back for Michael Edwards. Beaudry again. A couple of substitutions come again for North Texas. For Colorado, powered. Logan Batiste enters the match, as well as Sebastian Anderson. He's going to take an exit. And Anthony Garcia Rodriguez will take the place of Noah Strelnauer. Just a couple of extra subs in the 62nd minute as backpedaling goes Cloudy, and a turnover comes. Strike, and a great save from Michael Cloudy. He got the turnover, but had to make up for it. He gets the save on that shot after the giveaway. Colorado trying to take advantage again of the opportunity. A quick lob up ahead for Garcia as it rolls out of play, but Colorado still with the throw. And this was just danger from Cloudy. Just sent that one right into the middle of the pitch as a shot gets drilled by Marlon Vargas. We saw him take a long-range shot from Cloudy in the 1st half. He tried to go again. The Rapids 2 are off next week, but don't miss their next match on May 3rd at 10 p.m. Eastern when the reigning champion Austin FC 2 pay a visit to the Mile High City. Coverage from the University of Denver begins at 10 Eastern on MLSNextPro.com. Regular season champs from last year versus the title champions from last year, Wayne Fredericks. Couldn't quite keep possession inside the North Texas end, so Beaudry has to just elevate this one up and out. Substitutions, Anthony Garcia from Honduras. He steps in for Noah Strelnauer. This was about 2 minutes or so ago, and the 19-year-old from Inter Miami 2, Logan Batiste, takes the back line to wipe off the yellow card drawn by Sebastian Anderson. Now Colorado work their way up. Ball gets drilled for Nunez. Nunez weaves through defenders. Nunez hesitates. Nunez continues to thread the needle. Drop off. Yappy bangs the bar and goes out of play. What an opportunity here from Nunez and Yappy. They've been dangerous all match long. Just a drop off for Yappy, and that one just smacked the post as clear as day. And Darren Yappy was inches away from getting the opening goal of this match as we're just 5 minutes past the hour. Colorado with it once again. They continue to work their way up slowly but surely. As it comes for Wayne Frederick. Frederick just a little bit behind his back as the feed was coming from Amadou. And a whistle against North Texas will produce another booking. Tariq Scott gets his second yellow card of the season. As we just see that contact from Scott, drags his man down, a little slow to get up. That's the second yellow card for North Texas. 66 minutes in. And another set piece opportunity for Colorado. They haven't had many of these going in their favor. But they have one deep in the North Texas end. Is this the chance to break through? Chip high, headed. That one is well wide. Michael Colauti hangs over the ball as that last opportunity from the set piece comes wide from the header, scramble in the box. A little bit of confusion on the pitch as the head official took a look, but it was so North Texas. There's some confusion on whether or not North Texas wants to bring on their substitutions. They were standing right there with the fourth official. They just didn't necessarily pull the trigger. Maybe next one up. And here we go. Abdul Zani takes the place of Isaiah Parker, and Tomas Bondeca enters the match as Carl Sainty has to take a seat for a little bit. Tomas Bondeca, 22 years old, from Tucson, Arizona. He's only played in one match other than this one that was way back in the season opener versus the Vancouver Whitecaps. And Abdul Zani, in his first season from the Ivory Coast, played with Loudoun United, the USL Championship. This ball gets chipped up ahead. It's a race for it. Garcia couldn't quite save it. We're at the 70-minute mark. So there was a yellow card for Yappy as well throughout all the confusion. But North Texas looks to drive up ahead. Endley, he loses that one, but he tries to get it back. Can't draw the foul, but it will produce a stoppage in the favor of the Rapids. 20 minutes to go in the half. No one has broken out. This part of the match is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Score great taste with Coke, zero sugar. Zeros just circulating the board today. With Coca-Cola, with the scoreboard, 70 minutes in play. Whistle against Colorado. North Texas have been getting some set pieces. They just have not necessarily been able to capitalize on any of them. 4 corners on the match. A couple of shots that have gone a little awry. This one gets sent in, headed out by Colorado. They continue to get the service in before that one just gets booted up and out by North Texas. Nunez wants Yappy, blocked away by North Texas. As they look to go the other direction. Long ball comes up in front. It becomes a foot race. Malik Henry Scott, he wins the race. Centers up in front. Pedrinho holds. Pedrinho wide of the box. And it comes out. The question is, who's going to take the kick? The answer is it's going to be Adam Beaudry taking the kick. As I love the thought here from North Texas. This is what they've been trying to do all match, just haven't been able to execute. And that's what head coach John Gall said is really seen in the credit of his team, is being able to get those runs in, being able to essentially outrace the back line of the defenders that they played. Got another opportunity for Malik Henry Scott, product of Tulsa University, 21 years old. As the sputtering ball has to get dived on by Beaudry. How are things to continue to play out, however, between these two sides? And just one of those weird points of contention for these two sides is that John Gall has been more than comfortable playing these matches tight, aggressive, defensive. As the defensive play comes there, as North Texas is going back the other way, Bondeca gets dragged down. And we'll see if there's a booking here, and there will be. Gets Dauda Amadou, his second yellow of the season. As it's just a streak up the center by Bondeca. And just that little snag from behind by Amadou. '73rd minute. And a set piece relatively close. Pedrinho stands over the ball. He had some success despite not playing in 2023 in MLS Next Pro. He was with South Georgia Tormenta of League One. Pedrinho chips it, headed, bobbled, out of play. Cleared by Colorado. Another service into the box, and elevating was Adam Beaudry to get the snag as he wants to go quick. That's just goalie for goalie, Beaudry for Cloudy. Trying to bring up the old goalie wars from the MLS All-Star game way back when. Pedrinho just boots this one in general direction of Adam Beaudry. Not 100% sure what that was about. 11 shot attempts for Colorado. 3 have hit the target. North Texas, 4 shot attempts, and none of them have been forcing Beaudry to make a save. Vargas out wide. Return for Vargas. He continues to scrap, and now Colorado with their first corner of the match. The 1-3-1 Colorado Rapids have the second most losses in MLS Next Pro. They want to change their fortunes up here with their first corner kick of the match. Facundo Nunez, 18 years old from Uruguay. He's been feeding all game long. Can he do so again on the corner? Nunez into the box, headed down, not out. Zani just lifts this one up, and Colorado will come all the way back. Colorado just really looking for progress all the way around. At least that's what Eric Boucher told us. He just said that progress can be seen in many ways, and that a lot of times progress requires patience. He just wants to make sure that these guys are just being better than they were the week before. It's not about how much they progress. They don't really want to try to over-evaluate in terms of how much progress is being made or how much patience they need on any individual player at any given time. They just want to make sure they're better than the week before, that they tweak one asset of their game every time that they take the pitch for the next match. A substitution for Colorado. This is substitution number 4 as Darren Yappy. He's been so strong, threatening inside of the box all match. He comes out of the match in the 78th minute in favor of Alex Diaz, who started in the last match for Colorado Rapids against Portland. 22 years old from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Scored a goal in not one match ago, but 2 matches ago for Colorado versus Sporting Kansas City 2. As a North Texas player is still down. 78-minute mark cross, no score between Rapids 2 and North Texas. Ahmet Korshaw is getting tended to by the training staff. And Korshaw will make his way into the bench. And on deck for North Texas is Nick Mendonca in his first season with North Texas SC. Spent some time with Minnesota United too at 23 years old. So that is the full complement of changes for John Gall. As Rapids 2 gets the throw in deep in the North Texas end. Batiste looking for the windup. High into the box, but kept in by the Rapids before it's cleared up by North Texas. Tariq Scott was chasing after that one. And the throw-in goes in favor of North Texas. We've got another Texas Derby next week when North Texas hosts Dynamo Dos at Cactau Stadium on April 28th. Coverage begins at 8:30 Eastern on MLSNextPro.com. As Abdul Zane wants to center. And that's turned over the other way by Colorado. A threatening run on that far side for Anthony Garcia. Nice little stutter step there as it gets centered up in front. Vargas drops it off Nunez. Nunez 1v1, goes for the left foot, blocked up in front. Another chance for Colorado, gets held in. Long range as it's tipped away by Cloudy. Another chance to deflect for Alex Diaz is unable to get met. As Michael Cloudy stays perfect after 81 minutes. The long range shot. Attempted rebound there from Diaz, but Cloudy was first one there. We were just talking about that match between North Texas and Houston Dynamo 2. It ends a stretch of 3 home matches in 4 for North Texas when they go back to Choctaw Stadium in Arlington, where they'll soon after that go on a 2-game road trip to Sporting Kansas City 2 and Town FC. So a stretch of 3 home games in 4 turns into a 2-game road trip for North Texas. And we've been talking about the Colorado Rapids 2 matchup, regular season champions versus league champions Austin 2. And this provides another notch in the long homestand here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park before they play Sporting Kansas City 2 in KC. And then another trio of home matchups between Vancouver Whitecaps 2, Minnesota United 2, and St. Louis City 2. North Texas wanting to advance. Feed was intended for Tariq Scott. Out of play from Colorado. But it turns into a throw-in for North Texas. North Texas looking to avoid the loss column. Colorado looking to escape a 5-game losing skid. It's technically 4 losses and a draw, but in that shootout versus LAFC 2, they were unable to nab the win. Ball comes out of play, right near center. Throw-in, North Texas. Zane, Pedrinho, and Zane go back and forth before it gets centered up by Turner. Humphrey chips this one all the way up. And a quick little touch from Scott. Scott into the box before that one goes off of the leg of Alvarado and out. Corner kick number 5 for North Texas SC. The last time North Texas was in the loss column was back in November 3rd of 2023 to Colorado Rapids 2. They're 2-2-2 all time, these two sides are against each other. And if you include the penalty kicks, it is actually 3-3. Head to head. Who will break even? High header, sent in, rebound up in front, cleared up by the Rapids. North Texas keep this one in the Colorado end. Pedrinho. Alvarado shadowing him. Comes all the way back, served in by Zane and easily held on by Adam Beaudry. 5 minutes in the second half. No score between Colorado and North Texas. Turnover the other way for North Texas as it gets advanced upward. Another chance up in front. Pedrinho gets tripped up in the box and a penalty against Colorado. A yellow card gets given off of the talking to from the official. Marlon Vargas gets booked for his 3rd time this season, and it's just that 1v1 scrap. Pedrinho, he tried to make the move to open up the space that appeared to be Michael Edwards, who took the foul, but because of the talking to by Marlon Vargas, he gets the booking. So Pedrinho stands over the box for the penalty opportunity in the 85th minute. A scoreless match. Can Pedrinho break through first? He had 7 goals in 20 matches in 2022. The last time he was an MLS Next Pro with the Real Monarchs. In his first match of 2024, he's looking for his first goal of the season. Pedrinho versus Beaudry. Pedrinho scores! Pedrinho, the substitute, draws the penalty, scores the penalty. 1-0 for North Texas. It took 85 minutes before Pedrinho was finally able to draw the penalty off of the leg of Michael Edwards. And then Pedrinho, he steps up to the plate after taking the takedown, and on the very slow run-up, just smashes that one to his left, beats Beaudry. And that is the opening goal for North Texas. And another substitution for Rapids 2, potentially a bit of a desperation plea from Eric Boucher. As now Rapids 2 are back from behind, a takedown at center. No one gets the whistle, just gets lofted into the air. 87 minutes, it's 2 plus stoppage. North Texas took the lead late. Pedrinho attempts a turnover, and a whistle against North Texas goes in favor of Colorado. A quick slide against Colorado draws the whistle. But now here's the question for Colorado Rapids 2 after allowing that PK goal from Pedrinho. Can they draw level on a set piece in the 89th minute? 1-0 North Texas. This is the chance for Colorado to draw back level. It's who else? Facundo Nunez on the ball. 3 on the wall. Nunez served, blocked away. Kept in by Colorado. North Texas chips it up. Colorado keeps this one in play. So Steve Flores enters the game for Colorado Rapids 2. So Miguel Alvarado takes a seat on the bench as Steve Flores, in his 3rd season with Colorado Rapids 2, gets his first appearance of 2024. And after the numerous set pieces, the penalty stoppage, the load of injuries, we could potentially see a long stoppage here as we approach the 90th. Rapids 2 look to make transition. End to end it goes. Wide angle shot gets blocked up in front. Another chance held on by Colorado. It's 8 minutes with all of the injuries and stoppage and the penalty. Now a whistle and a scrum. Both head coaches mentioned a potentially physical, aggressive, chippy battle, as that appears to be Dauda Amadou, who's down on the pitch. So when it's all said and done, Dauda Amadou is sent off. He had a yellow already. He just took that aggressive slide tackle on Herbert Endley. And after all that scrapping is said and done, Dauda Amadou gets sent off of the pitch. The team leader in assists is off early, and he sends the spare ball up and out in pure frustration. If it wasn't a straight red for Amadou, he was already sitting on a yellow, so tack on another yellow, make it a red. Same thing at the end of the day. It just provides North Texas just a little bit of extra light as they just want to hold on to this 1-0 lead. And a strip for North Texas as they're a man up. Pedrinho gets a shot blocked. No rebound opportunity for North Texas. Held into the offensive end. Mendonca comes out wide for Zane. That one gets tipped away by Rapids 2. And now an opportunity for a run here for Colorado. Nunez streaking back. Nunez evaded Zane, lets that one go. Coming out wide, who takes the shot? Rebound up in front on the deflection. That was touched up and over. Wayne Frederick had the game-tying goal on his foot, but sends that one skyward. What a sequence for Colorado Rapids 2. Just leaves the ball out wide. A nice little chip shot here for the potential deflection for Frederick. And the first team call-up was unable to make a first team clutch play. 4 losses in the last 5 games for Colorado Rapids. They look to evade that again, but shot from North Texas gets stopped up in front. Another chance goes, holds, blocked up in front again. Desperation from Colorado. A couple of blocks up in front. Couldn't find its way to Beaudry, but some of the guys in front of him making the big play when it matters the most. Beaudry with the initial stop. The clearance attempt wasn't made, and then the stop right there from Colorado Rapids to keep this a 1-goal game. And if that was driven home by Abdul Zane, that could have been the one to shut the door. This part of the match is brought to you by AAA. Expect something more. I'm sure with the way that Eric Boucher's side has really been dominating play, I'm sure they expected more as they're down 1-0 with 4 minutes to go in stoppage. Turnover from Colorado. They got 3¼ minutes left to potentially get an equalizer. Dragged down, no whistle, but it does come in the form of a throw-in, however. Edwards sends this one in. Colorado look to tie this match. Beaudry at the center line. Comes out for Flores. Flores elevates this ball in, and before that one has to be snagged up in front by Calaudi. The Columbia Lions showing a roaring effort right there as he was way out. He was about as close to the 18 as you can get. But the ball just gets played back for Pedrinho. And North Texas is in 0 rush with just over 2 minutes remaining. Quick takedown there. No one able to get the whistle. Colorado needs to turn things around quick if they want a chance to try to force this thing to PKs. Headed out of play intentionally by the captain, Nico Gordon. Colorado looking to evade the pressure from North Texas. Long drive up, deflected upwards. And unable to keep that one in play. It's so much harder for Colorado to push the ball upfield and make something work offensively when you're down a man. Off of the red card from Dauda Amadou just before the conclusion of regulation time, but a turnover off the set piece. Disrupted, intercepted, and elevated. Beaudry gets it up, but can't find anyone. Final minute of stoppage. Streaking up ahead, Zane. Zane out wide for Pedrinho. Pedrinho will gladly just take this one in the corner and just eat some precious seconds off the clock as Zane comes down. As Michael Edwards gets his legs tangled up in the play. North Texas, whenever the whistle comes, they're just waiting for it at this point. 0 rush. Pedrinho gallops into the offensive end. Sends this one up in front. Drives! That one is going to be blocked up in front. And just a gentle little strut to the end line goes Malik Henry Scott. Touched up for Garcia. Waiting for the whistle of North Texas. Garcia just holds this one up in the corner. And it's all said and done. Gets whistled down for North Texas. And one last gasp for Colorado. And all the way back for North Texas. Beaudry has to send this one. He goes short, and an interception, and all alone. It's one man, all alone. Tariq Scott in the empty net. He scores. Tariq Scott. He has a new career high in goals. That's his third. Slams the door shut on Colorado Rapids 2. Doubles the lead for North Texas. And Beaudry, he just wasn't confident in his decision. Desperation move, call it a lack of communication, but nonetheless, Tariq Scott able to pick things off, just go the other way, and he just sends that one into the empty net for the 2-0 lead in the 100th minute. And when the time comes, North Texas stays perfect. 2-0-3 for North Texas SC. That's their first win on the road, second win of the season for North Texas. They avoid the loss column once again. Colorado drags down to 1-4-1, and across all competitions, that is their 5th loss in 6 matches for Rapids 2. And today's man of the match is presented by Adidas. And when it's all said and done, Pedrinho, the second he came off of the bench for North Texas SC, he was just dynamite ever since coming on at the half. Drew the penalty, and on the slow approach in the 87th minute, buries the icebreaker and would provide the momentum for Tariq Scott to also double up later on. Pedrinho and Tariq Scott were the ones to finally break through for North Texas SC. They are still the only team in the Western Conference without a loss, as that will end things for us here in the Mile High City at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. Colorado Rapids 2 with 0, North Texas SC with 2. And don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long on MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Once again, Colorado Rapids 2, North Texas SC 0. For our entire broadcast crew, my name is Ryan Lee. Thank you for joining us, and have a great rest of your night.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.